gotta say, this Earthship that I'm about to give you a tour of is a truly inspirational story and example of how determination and hard work over a long time can lead to your dreams being actualized. This particular house was built by Kirsten Jacobson, who is the former educational director and creator of the Earthship Academy at Earthship Biotecture in the Greater World, New Mexico. I really can't say enough about what Kirsten has done for this movement. This, though, is the story of her beginnings. When she first came out here and was inspired to build her own home, she started off small and then over years built her house out. And so this is the final product of her years of work that she now rents out on Airbnb. We were able to come in when there was a gap in the schedule and spend a night here. And just before I leave, I wanted to walk through the house and show you around. Let's check it out. Okay. So welcome. Welcome to one of the most desired and acclaimed Earthships in the greater world community for its modern design. The house has been featured by the Smithsonian, Forbes, and Airbnb magazine. And if you want to find this house on Airbnb, I'm going to have a link in the description. It's called the Taos Earthship Modern Mesa. You can also find it on Kirsten's profile. She is a superhost. She's been on Airbnb for over 10 years and has 2 other Earthships on there, so you can go check her profile out. As you can see, it was a little bit ahead of the curve in terms of introducing some modern elements into the Earthship interior design elements, like a stainless steel kitchen countertop, and then also it's quite a high ceiling structure, and that makes it feel very roomy. It also only has 1 pane of glass between you and the outside, which is indicative of the earlier Earthship models. Over here you can see the systems in the closet. So this is your charge controller, your main panels, and the inverter that gives you AC electricity. And then a few extra things like some compost and garbage can. Some nice built-in shelving that's not funky or crazy above, with some adobe plastering in between. This is a 1,300 square foot building. It's 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and it was completed in 2006. The Modern and Mesa Earthship was built slowly in phases over 8 years by your host, Kirsten. The project started with the construction of a small hut, dome room around 120 square feet, the local size limit for a structure that may be built without a building permit. So originally, Kirsten started by building the hut, or a yurt, which you can see in this room here. So right now, obviously, it's just being used for storage. Yeah, so the acoustics in this room are really cool because it's dome-shaped. There's 1 skylight in the middle, which is operatable by a little rope that comes down. But this was, and still is, remains one of the easiest ways to get yourself into a structure really quickly if you're an owner builder, is just to build as small as you can and go bigger from there out of pocket, rather than taking out a loan from the beginning, depending on what your budget is. And in this case, the story was that a lot of these pioneers came out to the greater world and they built structures like this. Kirsten is an example of how she was able to create something very small and affordable in the beginning and then build off onto it. So it's saying that the second structure that was built after the hut was the kitchen area with the French doors, and then the third final addition was the bathroom, planter cell, and the bedroom. And it was completed in 2006. And while Kirsten might have done things the hard way, she knows that that's not a right fit for everyone. Her company, the Eco Living Matrix, is committed to helping people find solutions that are right for them. Through online courses, podcasts, and ebooks, she's hoping to help individuals find the right steps that they need to take towards a new off-grid lifestyle. I think the coolest thing about this house has to be the bathroom. She's created a beautiful clear glass bottle wall on the inside and outside of the bathroom partition, which when you're in here taking a nice bath and the lights are on outside and you dim the lights in the bathroom, you can see the bottles glowing like gems. And then when you're inside the bathroom with the lights on and someone's out in the bedroom at night, you can see the bottles glowing in the opposite direction, which leaves for a really cool aesthetic effect. And really just did an excellent job finishing off all of the bottle work, because it is really hard to get a nice smooth surface. I think the thing that's most beloved a lot of times about the aesthetic of Earthships is the bottle walls, and like I said, this one really does a great job both from a layout standpoint and the craftsmanship of making the bottle wall itself and its simplicity. That gravitates people back to this building over and over again for inspiration on how to do bottle walls in the future, as well as the planter cell. And the planter cell here is awesome and healthy with big banana trees and geraniums and aloe plants and a spider plant. Yeah, just really great feeling to have inside the home of plants and freshness and green. Every time that you're, taking a shower or running the sink, you know that you're watering this indoor garden. So this is personally my favorite aspect of the Earthships. And the best way to learn about Earthships is by building one. I created the Earthship model kit to put an Earthship in everyone's hands. I took everything I learned from the Earthship Academy and boiled it down into a simple and easy to understand 32-page full-color booklet, which has all new diagrams to help you learn about the 6 design principles that make Earthships some of the most sustainable buildings in the world. This great educational package has been used in both the Earthship Biotexture Academy classroom and in classrooms around the world. Forgot to mention the water organizing module here, which has filters necessary to filter rainwater and an extra drinking water filter, and then on-demand hot water heater and pressure tank. So these blinds are great. All the windows have them, and they're really easy to operate. So that is one thing that can be a problem with Earthships, is that they can get too much sun, or the windows can be letting a little bit of cold through. And so depending on what time of year it is and what the temperature's like, you might want to close the blinds like we did when it got really cold and snowy outside, and you might even want to close the blinds when there's sun. But the thing about this Earthship that, like I said, is nice is that it's modern. These blinds are nothing fancy, but they really do the job, and every single window has the same efficient, awesome set of blinds. And then in the bedroom here, so we got cool decorative lamps. The whole house has cool decorative lamps. You can also see that the whole ceiling is just white, and normally there's these big exposed vigas, and that's a lot more work. The other difference with this building, which is kind of cool, is that, obviously saves on expense and is a design detail. You could choose to take it or leave it. The bed. Basically just a modern bed plopped down in the room, and you can see here wood floors. Aside from the entire wall being adobe, which is really impressive and has a great feel to it, everything else in here is just what you'd find in a normal modern apartment. It's a really cool place. I recommend it. All right, we gotta go.
From the older guru to the younger guru. See you later.
There's a fun video log that goes along with this home tour that, if you want to check it out, my dad and I had a really interesting experience in this Airbnb. It's fun, it's candid, and if you want to have a good time, take a look.